it's Rebecca here, and welcome to the Weekly Word. This week we are continuing our series called Waitlisted. We're learning about how God is faithful to us even in the waiting. I want you to think about some times in your life that you've been waiting. It could be something small or something big. Maybe someone you know got sick and you don't know if they're going to get better. Or maybe you made a mistake and you're feeling kind of defeated and you're waiting to see how God is going to turn it around and work through that situation. Whatever it may be, we all have times of waiting, and it can be pretty intense, pretty scary, or maybe confusing. We don't know how God's going to work out these situations. We don't have to be scared because we know that even in the waiting, God is faithful to us. Paul and Silas in the Bible were waiting on God one time. Paul ended up in jail himself many times throughout his life, and he never knew what was going to happen in those situations. There's one time in particular where Paul and Silas, his missionary companion, ended up in jail together. A scary place to be, and they didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know how the situation was going to turn out. They could have just gave up on God and been like, "Why'd you abandon us?" But they chose to trust in God anyway. Acts 16:25 and 26 says, "Around midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening to them. All at once there was such a violent earthquake that it shook the prison's foundations. The doors flew open and everyone's chains came loose." Paul and Silas didn't know this was going to happen. They never would have guessed they would have been freed from prison by an earthquake. But God works in crazy ways, and He's always faithful. Even while they were waiting in prison, they chose to pray to God and to sing hymns, and God ended up saving them and saving a whole other family too. What we learn from Paul and Silas is that even while we're waiting, God is faithful. No matter what you may be going through in your lives right now, no matter how long you have to wait, keep praying and trusting in God and worship Him while you're waiting, because we know that while we're waiting, God is faithful. Have a great week, everyone.